How's it going, everyone? So fixing saves are back. Now, if you're not familiar with what fixing saves are, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. People I know, or people from my streams or YouTube, who've got into a bit of a struggle in one of their games and getting a bit frustrated, they'll send me their save file through. I'll have a look at it with a fresh set of eyes and see if we can fix it. Let's get to it. So this is the save file. It's come through from Craig Shaw, McFly Shaw. Cheers for this, buddy. So his team is Soditirol in Italian football. Now, he's done well in the first season. He got them up as champions from Sierra C. But he's had a few problems in Sierra B. Let's have a little look. So just the one win this season. You can see he's on a bit of a run of defeats. But the key thing to look at here when you're trying to change things in your team is, are you losing badly? What's going wrong? And he's not losing badly. Look at that. 0-1, 0-1, 3-1-0 win, defeats and a penalty defeat. So there's not too much wrong, that tells me. In fact, if you look a bit closer, you can see that they're actually having the better the matches. 17 shots to the opposition's 9 in that game. And again, 15 shots, 9 on target. Dominating play, really, but just getting on the wrong end of the wins. So there's obviously something wrong, but not much. We float on over to the tactic that he's using. There it is. It looks like a 4-4-2 variation, asymmetric. Now, this is a key point in these fixing your save videos. What I won't do in any video like this is take someone's formation and rip it apart. It's very easy for me to just plug in one of my formations that I know that'll do the business at this sort of level and turn it around. I don't think that's the point of it. What the point of this is to tweak the formations that are sent to me to make them work. Because at the end of the day, these people have put some time and effort into creating these formations and tactics. So let's just tweak them so they can continue to enjoy their creation. So that's what we're going to do. So they've got a run of games coming up. At the minute, let's have a look where they lie in the table. They lie. So they're down in 16th place. 2 points above the drop zone and quite away from the top echelons. So they want to be challenging for the top 3. So that's got to be the long-term goal. It's a way off yet, but it's only 4 games gone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and have a look at the squad. Tweak the tactic. Tweak it, not destroy it, play some games, then we'll come back and we'll see how we've got on. So the other key things to remember are we make no transfers. He's done all his transfer business. We're going to work with the squad that he's got. Right, crew, so we've played through a load of games. We've played 24 now, and you can see up in second, there we sit, Sutradol. I can't say her name right, Sutradol. Anyway, we've got them to second. All we've done is we've made a few little tweaks. Let's have a look at the schedule now. So we took over after the Cittadella game where it was a 0-1 defeat. So we started from Cremonese onwards, and you can see good start, loads of wins, a defeat there, but it started coming together with a 6-1 win, 3-2 win over some decent sized teams like Pisa and Vicenza. A couple of defeats to Spal and Crotone, who are some of the higher teams in this league, but again another good run of 5 undefeated. Then a couple of defeats to Pescara and Lecce, but back on track with a 4-1 and a 3-1. So all that leaves us, as we look at the league in detail, second place. He's in automatic promotions when we leave it there at the minute. Scoring plenty of goals and decent defensive record as well. Let's have a look at the tactic tweaks. Right, so on this side here is the original tactic that Craig was using that had hit the skids a little bit. And on this side is the game capture of what we've changed it to. Now, as you can see, like I said at the start, I didn't want to reinvent the wheel on this. I wanted to remain true to the style he's been playing, so the 4-4-2 asymmetric variation, and that's what we've done. We've just tweaked things here and there. The first thing I did was to look at the players and what are they suited to. I just thought some of the roles that were getting played originally over here were not best suited to the players. For example, we've got a centre-back there on ball-playing defender, wasn't quite used to it. He's going to give the ball away a bit too much because his technicals weren't good enough. So instead, we've gone to 2 central defenders on defence. Same with the full-back on attack on this side. Rolled it back to a full-back on support and an inverted wing-back, this kid, instead of a wing-back on attack because he's right-footed. He wants to come inside. He wants to do that. So if you've got a player who wants to do that, play to your player's strengths. So, in front of the fullback, we've got Keita. Now, he had him a bit higher up, didn't he? He had him up on the attacking right-hand side. I've just dropped him back a bit, just to be a bit more solid. But it also means when we're under the cosh a bit, he can run at the ball from a bit deeper. So, not a massive change there. In midfield, he had a ball-winning midfielder. When you've got a ball-winning midfielder, you've got to remember they will run around trying to get the ball. So it was perhaps leaving them a bit exposed. And because of the way we've got this formation going on now, with a winger on attack, with a inverted wing-back coming into these areas, with an inverted winger and a Mazzala moving around, an anchorman I thought is ideal because he's just going to cover all these areas. So he switches to an anchorman. The deep line playmaker's gone because we're going to play on a bit more on the counter-attack, replaced by a Mazzala, and your wide midfielder is replaced by an inverted winger to give us a bit more attacking oomph. Up front was a big change as well. It's still a shadow striker and a forward combination, but he did have a target man on support, and what that means is he drops off a bit. So we're getting both strikers, the shadow striker and the target man, dropping off a little bit too deep. By putting him on advance forward, he can get further up the pitch, be more of a focal point. It also massively helps that it's Esposito, who is a great striker. And if you look at him now, he's took to it like a duck to water, 16 goals in 23 games. Previously, he had none in 4, so he's enjoying his new role. Team instructions are the big one. We scaled them back a bit. We start on a balanced mentality to judge the game, and the in-possession ones are the biggest change. We've kept pass into space, we've kept play out of defence, but other than that, we've just changed things. We don't focus play through the middle because it can get a bit too rigid. We're not being more expressive because the players are not technically great, so we need to reel them back a bit. And we're not working ball into box because we're not going to have enough of the possession to dominate. So we need to get chances early. That's why hit early crosses comes in handy. In transition and out of possession remain largely the same. The only things I've tweaked is the distribution. Obviously we don't have a playmaker anymore. I'm just adding a bit of tight marking just to try and make it a bit more solid. It's still in essence a 4-4-2 variation, asymmetric, and it just shows he wasn't doing much wrong. The players are there. We haven't brought anyone in. We've just changed a few from the squad. Brought some players in for injuries and stuff like that, and they've completely changed it round back to the form of the previous season. So what happens now is I will send the save file back to Craig. He doesn't get to carry on from there. Oh no, he's got to do it himself. The only change I would make if I was him, one I'd consider doing on the tactics, I would consider losing the shadow striker in home games, bumping him up there to maybe either deep line forward or a target man when you dominate a bit more. Other than that, it's good to go. Hope you enjoyed that breakdown. That's what we do. We just try and tweak people's tactics and get them rolling again because he wasn't doing a lot wrong, was he? A couple of 1-0 wins, but we've fixed it. We've sorted it. Over to him now. If you've got a save that's going a little bit tits up, you'd like me to take a little look at it, let me know in the comments. Drop us a message. You could be on the next one.